A lot of women have good marriages, have good husbands, but they are afraid to come on social media and talk about it because the few that have come and talked about it have been bashed on the comment section. Today's blog post story is taken from YABALEFT and it has the caption, "My husband is my God and I will continue to give him my whole life. Sex therapist Nwosu." All welcome to a very beautiful day with Say It As It Is with O. On this channel, I get to read breaking news, trending news, blog post stories for you. I also get to read the good, the bad, the ugly comments that have been left on them. So you're saying you want to be a part of this channel? Not to worry, you can start by subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notification, giving the video of the day a thumbs up. Be reminded that your comment is also needed about the blog post story that you have heard. So let's go over to the blog post story that Nigerian sex therapist Nwosu has taken to Facebook to eulogize her husband for being her support system since she got pregnant. Angela described her husband as her God and stated she will continue to worship, honor, and adore him with pure bliss because he deserves it. In the lengthy post she shared on Facebook, she wrote, "Girl is like an egg that deserves to be handled with care. A pregnant woman is like a full crate of egg that deserves to be handled with extra care. Turning on bed effortlessly is a luxury you will miss when you get pregnant. Not sleeping on your back and belly, only on both sides sometimes. The pains on the sides will hit at once and you will either sit or stand through the night until the pain subsides for you to lay down again. You need to experience it to understand. God bless the man I call an earth God. My God that is always there for me without a single complaint. I don't know what to do or give to him or how to appreciate him for being the best. Should I give him a house? He has enough. Should I buy him a Benz? He already has that and another. What material things should I give to him that he doesn't already have enough? None. I guess I will continue to give him my whole life, adore, worship, honor, and submit to his every guidance and control of my life with pure happiness. If I had the world, I would hand it over to him without a second thought or public opinion. My husband is my God." And she drops the emoji love. Angela Wosu is a relationship therapist and she is fondly referred to as the digital Ogbanje, who is a love therapist that talks about issues regarding relationships, marriage, couple sex life, and lots more. She's also, referred to as a lady with a heart of gold. A lady with a heart of gold who is going out of her way to make people's marriage work. And of course, somebody who is going out of her way to talk about this and more, wanting people's marriage to work. Of course, her marriage obviously must work. It has to stand as an example for people, or stand as an example for people who come to her for all those guidance and counseling or all those kind of help. Now, the sex therapist has also come to let us know that she is married to a good man. And of course, in a time like this where we get to hear a lot about domestic violence or marriages crashing here and there, we could use some good, good advice, or we could hear something to chill our minds. And this Angela story is one of those stories that, whether you like it or not, is a reminder to you that there are good husbands out there, there are good marriages out there, despite the fact, of course, I'm not saying that they do not have their bad times, maybe once in a while. Definitely, they sure will have those bad times, but despite it all, they are having a good marriage and they are having a good time. In her post, she lets us to know that while being pregnant, it's been a very, difficult. In her post, she lets us know that being pregnant is not easy. It's not a child's play. It's one of the most excruciating pain in the world that you can imagine or you would pass through as a woman. She said there are nights whereby she cannot sleep. She might have to sit and stand throughout the night till the pain goes off or the pain wears off. And that is how pregnancy is. Now picture a scenario of a woman who is pregnant and doesn't have a husband to stand with her, to go through the pain with her, to make her feel comfortable. It's going to be weird and traumatizing. And the good news is that Angela's husband has stood with her and is still standing with her, and that's why she has taken to her page to praise him and call him her earth god. Oftentimes, when you go on social media, most of the posts or the stories you get to hear about marriages are not stories that would make you happy. They are stories that will make you cry. I'm not saying that there are no posts about good marriages. There are posts about good marriages or good husbands. But The number of times you get to see posts cannot be compared to the number of posts you get to hear about the negative sides of being a husband or the negative side of marriage and all of that. Whether you like it or not, there are good marriages, and we would want to continue to hear about it. We would want to see more of these good marriages on our social media. A lot of women have good marriages, have good husbands, but they are afraid to come on social media and talk about it because the few that have come and talked about it have been bashed on the comment section. And of course, somebody who has a good marriage or has a good thing for her would be afraid or wouldn't want to get the same insult. So she's going to keep her information to herself or keep whatever it is that is going on in her marriage to herself. Instead, we get to see the negatives thriving every now and then. What we want to see concerning marriages are stories as such. We want to hear women talk about how good their husbands are to them. We want to hear women talk about how good their marriages are, because there is somebody out there who wants these stories. There are young girls out there, there are married women out there that want to hear stories like this. Stories like this, serves as hope to the hopeless. I know a lot of people are not going to, take this Angela story well, but that is your business. If you're one of those people who wouldn't take this story in good light, it is your business. Her marriage is working well for her. She's happy where she is. And the truth is that she doesn't need to come and lie to you. She doesn't need to come and lie to the public to make herself feel good. Whether she's happy or she's not happy, that's not your business. But the truth is that if somebody is happy in his or her marriage, you would see it showing on the person. Back to back, Angela is always talking about how good her husband is to her. If you go on her Facebook page, you are going to see a lot of posts where she praises her husband, where she speaks good of her husband. This is not the first post, and I doubt if this is going to be the last post of Angela coming to talk about how good her husband is. Honestly, this is the story that we wish for a lot of sisters out there, that a lot of women will be happy to speak about their husbands, speak about their marriages. And of course, we're not going to just leave it on the sisters. We're going to speak out to men. Don't you want to be praised? Don't you want your wife to refer to you as her earthly God? Don't you want your wife to wish to give you everything that is within her control or within her power? A good marriage starts with you and your wife. Nobody is going to come from the outside to make your marriage good for you. Nobody can make your marriage good for you unless both of you put in the work. And obviously, I want to believe that Angela has put in the work, her husband has put in the work, and that is why she can confidently sit down today and praise her husband. That is why she doesn't hold any bars when it comes to praising him. She's not ashamed to speak of him. She's not afraid of what the comment section is going to be like, because most times when some women want to talk about their husbands, they are afraid of how the comment section or how people are going to react to the story. If you work and get a good marriage, if you work and make your marriage work good for you, if you're married to a good husband or a good wife, you're not going to give a damn about what people have to say about your marriage. And that is exactly what Angela is talking about. She's the relationship therapist. She gives people advice and all whatnot concerning marriage. And of course, somebody who is giving people advice about marriage, you can imagine how great hers would be. And of course, the post she updated today says it all. Pregnancy is one time in a woman's life that she needs all the love and care. It would be a shame if you're married to a man and during this period you are left on this journey of yours alone. It is the most excruciating pain that a woman will go through. And Angela, we are happy that you are happy and we wish you all the best. So let's go over to the comments section and see how people have reacted to the story of Angela saying her husband is her earthly God during this period of her pregnancy. The first comment we have today is from Miss Angela, who says some women will be feeling depressed now. Please don't judge your marriage with what you see on social media. They will only paint their marriage on social media as heaven on earth. I won't tell you the bitter part. Brother and sister, please do what works for you. And your Lami says she is herself, she is not forming. If she says her marriage is sweet, then it is. It is not any other person's marriage. She said her husband is her God, not your own God or any other person's God. She found love and love found her. Do not use paracetamol for someone else's headache. Now drug abuse. Now waiting we dey do for class be that. Carry go with reckless abandon, jare. Angela, chop knuckles. Rahimat says, she say my God, not your God or even our God. So make we let this woman drink water drop cup. Father Lord, Biko, bless me with a husband that will treat me so well. I'll be tempted to call him God with reckless abandon. Onyinye says, when a man loves a woman well, treats her well, take care of her well, you don't need to go about shouting, I am the man of the house. They won't only treat you like a man. A woman truly being showers with love will worship you like a god. Submission comes natural. It doesn't need to be preached. May God bless, prosper, and uphold the men treating us like the queen we are. No weapon fashioned against them shall prosper. Anything they put their hands on is blessed. Long life is their portion in good health. Yes, they are our God on earth. And we say a big amen to your prayers, Onyinye. Trouble Rich says, when a man treats his wife fine, she will shower praises on him like this. And another thing is that there is no manual for marriage. What works for Angela Nwosu's marriage may not work in your own marriage. Angela Nwosu likes doing live video with her husband on Facebook. That does not mean if your husband doesn't do a live video with you, he does not love you. Some men like privacy. Study your partner and act accordingly. Do what works for you. And that's exactly the truth. Do what works for you. Another person's yardstick definitely will not work for you. We are all wired differently. So what works for A will definitely not work for B. And remember that a man can do as such with another woman, but will not do as such with you, because everybody is different in their own unique ways. So let's go to the next comment, which is from Ogene, who says, her followers are mainly concerned about her blue-eyed beads and not the love and respect she showers her husband. Cassie says, what most of you don't understand is that she is a social media influencer, and this is one way she gets traffic. She's just like our pastors. After they might have quarreled on Saturday night, they will come to church on Sunday and start acting like Romeo and Juliet. If that is the case, then she is a damn good actress, Cassie. Sam says, make she rest abeg. Who knows what they do indoors? Maybe after fighting and quarreling, she will still come to Facebook and say otherwise and lie. Her followers will still believe her. Not all that glitters is gold. This is the problem that we have in the society today. Like I said, a lot of people do not believe that there are good marriages and there are good husbands out there. And I cannot blame them. I cannot fault them. It is the society or the family unit that you have come out from that makes you think the way you think. It is what you've been exposed to. It is what you have seen growing up as a child into your adulthood that is the picture set before you. Most of these people usually don't even know what a good husband is, or what a good husband looks like, or what a good husband should be. So they find it difficult to believe that somebody out there can be in a good marriage or have a good husband. Let's go to the next comment and hear what the person says. Julia says, I am not a fan of hers, but I like the way she appreciates her husband and praises him on social media. Norma says, I am not following her page because of blue eye, but the way she respects her husband, her word of advice, and her giving. When you talk about someone who can give without looking back, Angela Nwosu is among them. Beret says, if you think her own too much, it signifies two things. You did not marry your friend. You haven't found love yet. I can relate. God give me the grace to submit my all to my husband. Engineer Joseph says, as a man, money, sense of responsibility, good dick. These are all you need, and your woman will shower praises on you always. Follow me for more motivational and inspirational updates. Diadinwa says, Angela Nwosu trending back to back, giving them news all the time with reckless abandon. Gideon says, I don't have a problem with her and ladies following her. Make them ladies do their thing. My problem now, men where they go her page, they shout reckless abandon up and down for giveaway. Now ain't be my problem. Makanaki says, this does not mean Angela and her husband don't argue or disagree. It simply means that Angela puts their differences aside and remains submissive regardless. No marriage is bed of roses. Appreciate your husband's little efforts. Don't allow social media to rush you. Makanaki, you are absolutely right. That Angela is coming on social media to praise her husband does not mean that there are days that they do not have it difficult for them, or there are not days that they don't have a little, backlash. There are days like that. But like you said, she's been able to put the differences between them aside. And that is exactly what every adult or every couple should do. You should be able to draw the line, or you should be able to know where the difference between you and your husband is, because like I once said, no two people are alike. No two people are alike. You were cut out from a different cultural background. Likewise, your husband, you are from two different upbringings. Your opinions, or your reactions or ideas about life and everything is different. Imagine two of you coming under the roof to live together. It means that you have to put your differences aside to make your relationship work. So I guess that is exactly what Angela has been able to do. Put their differences aside, because the greater picture ahead is what she's looking for. And that greater picture is that she wants happiness in the marriage, and she's actually getting the happiness. This is as many comments that I can read from this blog post story. What is your reaction, or what is your opinion to this blog post story? Do you think Angela is doing all of this for traffic to her page? Do you think she's doing all of this to get a lot of followers or get a lot of people to patronize her business? Or do you think that Angela is talking out of a place of genuineness? Are you one of those people that don't believe that women should come on social media and praise their husbands? Or are you one of those people who believe that most women who come on social media to praise their marriage or their husbands are liars? I want to hear it all in the comment section. So whatever it is you have to say, let's go to the comment section and keep this conversation rolling. While you are doing that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Say it as it is with O. Give this video a thumbs up. Till I come your way with another blog post story with the good, the bad, the ugly, interesting comment. It's bye.